welcome back to Farming Simulator, and I have a quick look at how the Straw Harvest DLC interacts with a few things from MaizePlus. This is not going to be a complete video, obviously, getting this done fairly quickly, so if there's anything that you have questions about or that you spot that I've missed, stick them in the comments, and if needed I will do a follow-up video. So what am I going to have a look at today? The balers, just to check that they work with the different fill types that MaizePlus adds in, and a quick look at feeding. So in front of me I have some semi-dry grass, and then off the far side of the field there's fresh and conditioned grass. Conditioned grass is basically just base game grass, so that will be fine. And so we're going to bale some semi-dry grass, and then go bale some fresh grass, and we'll just check. Yeah, it's picking them up, so it's going to make a bale. I've got the square baler over there for some crop swath, so I've mown some, I think it was wheat, not entirely sure. And yeah, we'll have a quick look at that as well. So I'm going to turn the baler off so we don't get any more. And then if I just jump out, you can see that that is in fact semi-dry grass, because I'm pretty sure that the DLC uses the base game bales. So that's why it's working with MaizePlus. So I am testing with automatic refill, but I don't think that makes a difference. So just to make it a little bit quicker to get things tested, so that I wanted to know that it worked. Okay, so there we go. We've got a bale. Let me just pull this tractor out of the way. And yep, we have a bale of grass fresh. So that's pretty cool. I'll wrap some in OMA just while we're here, just so you guys know. So this is a swath of hay. The Primos will only do hay and straw, so it won't pick up any of the others, but it does work with hay. So just to show you, it's going to be, this swath, this grass swath is going to be the same as kind of base game. So it makes hay pellets and straw pellets. It does not make any other kind of pellet, but just to show you that that does in fact work okay. Worth noting, and I'll cover it when I do the animal feeding, that the hay pellets from Straw Harvest are a different fill type to the two different hay pellet fill types in MaizePlus. That's, you know, one of ours is branded from our partner Doika, and the other one is a generic that we put in so people could make production. So that also means that things like my pellet production will produce MaizePlus pellets, not Straw Harvest pellets. So, and they will have different prices and things probably, so bear that in mind. But yeah, just showing that these do indeed wrap, and this bit I haven't done before, so hopefully I'm not going to make myself look a bit silly. But no, that is fermenting fresh grass, and then this should be, I just pull forwards, this will be fermenting semi-dry grass. Awesome. So just one last one just to show you the square baler. This thing is a beast. Pretty sure they had this at Llama. FSG did a post on the pellets that were there. I wasn't that switched on to think about doing something like that, but you can see this is baling up our crop swath just fine. So as I said, pretty sure this just uses base game bales, so shouldn't be a problem with any of the bales that it makes. That we might not have enough here to actually make a bale. Creative Mesh have done a really nice job of integrating Straw Harvest. It's kind of obvious, I guess. Wouldn't expect any less from them, but yeah, there we go. We have a couple of bales. I actually made 2 bales of crop swath, so that's baling. Baling works fine. I have also checked that if you have a straw swath, the pellet press works okay as well. So I'm just going to swap saves, and we'll have a quick look at some animal feeding. So we are on my standard animal feeding thing. So this is a Baling, because people always seem to ask. I've got a cow shed over there, but we're going to have a look at the feed mixer first. So if I jump in here, I'm just going to set it to the base game recipe. And you'll notice that if we walk up, hay pellets have been added and straw pellets have been added automatically. So what Straw Harvest does is if the feeding includes hay, it will add hay pellets, and if the feeding includes straw, it will add straw pellets. And you can use straw pellets for bedding. I might do a separate video on the that kind of thing, but I just wanted to cover MaizePlus really quickly. I've also got the animal food overview mod installed. Great mod, and you can see here. So for cows in the hay section, hay pellets have been added to their feeding automatically. I've not changed anything yet. The same with sheep, and you can see we have the different types of hay pellets here. So because hay is in the group, Straw Harvest adds the hay pellets from Straw Harvest DLC, but you also see that there's our Doika branded ones and our generic ones. They are different fill types. Now, the fact that it's added automatically means you have to be a little bit careful when you're customizing the feeding. I will show you that. But the nice thing is, because it's added as standard, you can automatically add them to the feed mix. You don't need, if you're familiar with editing the feeding with MaizePlus, if you've got a new fill type, you have to add it to the feed mixer group. But because this is all done automatically in the Straw Harvest DLC, you do not need to do that. So that's pretty cool. So yeah, we can just chuck in some hay pellets and it appears as hay pellets. It shows up as alfalfa because that's just the name of the group. You can ignore that if you're familiar with MaizePlus. And then some straw pellets. I'm not actually going to make a feed mix. I just wanted to demonstrate a few bits. So there we go. So that's going in as part of the mix. The other thing that I will quickly show you, I'm just going to cheat in some more hay pellets, is we will run over to the cow pen and I'll quickly show you putting some feed in, and then we'll have a look at customizing some stuff as well. And I don't know, but if you're playing on a map with a lot of extra height types and extra crops or height types, you might run into issues using MaizePlus and Straw Harvest. So I will show you how to remove some of the unneeded height types from MaizePlus so that you can maybe resolve that. So tipped in some hay pellets, and there we go, it's part of their roughage. So, and now I'm going quick, I'm trying to get this video done quickly. So let's jump out to the mod folder and look at customizing. So out on the desktop, you're going to want to navigate to Documents, My Games, Farming Simulator 22. If you don't know that, you probably shouldn't be doing customizing anyway. We're going to go into the mods folder. We are going to do all of the editing in the animal food additions for the feed customizing, but we're quickly going to go and look in MaizePlus. So I'm going to right click 7-zip, open archive. If you are running into an issue with height types, then go into the density map height types XML file and just minimize that so you guys can see it. And basically things that you don't want to be able to tip on the floor, you could comment out. So we've got a whole bunch here that you generally don't need to, but if I don't know, you've not got horse grass on a map, I don't think any of them have horse grass at the moment, so you could comment out everything to do with horse grass. If you're not doing anything with beet pulp, maybe you could comment those out, that kind of thing. And to comment them out, just go in to edit and do toggle single line comment. And just to show you how you deal with that, we then do Control S to save, we close, and then when it asks us to update the archive, we update it and we close it. So now I'm going to go into the animal food additions. I'm sorry, I'm going very quickly. I want to get this done and uploaded so that it's available. If people want it, I will do a slower video when I'm not quite so rushed. So we're going to go into the animal food file. Now, if you remember, I said that if you have, yeah, I'll do, Notepad++ is updated and it's doing text wrapping, and I don't particularly like it, but anyway. So if a group has dry grass windrow, which is hay in it, hay pellets will automatically be added to the feeding. So if you want to customize it in other ways, if you've got groups with dry grass windrow in, you want to remove them probably. So bear that in mind, because otherwise the hay pellets will probably do multiple groups. I've not tested it a huge amount. I've just done a little bit so that I can get this quick video out. So just to demonstrate, it's not realistic, but the two fill type names are straw, I could spell, pellets, and then the other one is hay pellets. So with an underscore. You'll notice that if I look at the sheep feeding, our hay pellet fill types do not have the underscore in them. That's the difference. So that will add straw pellets to that feed group just to demonstrate, not saying that's probably what you want to do. And I guess maybe down here maybe in here we could add in hay. Don't have a pig pen, but I can show you in the animal food overview. And then if we go into you don't need to touch any of these. If you want to customize the feed mix, really don't like this text wrapping thing. There we go. Hopefully I can fit that on the screen. Hopefully. So as I said, in any of the recipes that have hay already, so here, dry grass windrow, as I showed you earlier in the, we have dry grass windrow down here. So those will get hay added to them. Well, hay pellets, sorry. And the straw group here will get straw pellets added to it. If you've got a feed mix that doesn't include those, so maybe this one. So we could add in here a pellets, and maybe just as an example, again, not saying this may be what you'll do, but we'll add straw pellets to that group. So I now save that. Control S to save, close, update the archive again, and we'll reload the game and have a quick look. Okay, we are back in the game, and if we bring back up the animal food overview, you'll see that up here in the what was base food group, we can now add straw pellets. Probably wouldn't do that in reality, but it's an option for just showing you the how things work. And then down here in moisture food, we have the hay pellets. So again, not sure if that would be a thing that you do, but just to demonstrate it. And then we go into the mixtures, and I'll show you in the mixer as well, but we edited the beef cattle mix, and you can see here we can now do maize silage or straw pellets instead of just maize silage. And down here, rather than just clover hay and alfalfa hay, we can do hay pellets as well. I jump in the mixer, make sure we have beef cattle selected. You can see them on here as well. So we can just very quickly demonstrate that. You won't be able to see the effect of the commenting out the height type that I did unless you get errors. And basically my suggestion is if you make changes and things don't load or you get error messages, it's much easier to just start again. So you can see there the straw pellets have gone into the maize silage group. And the other thing we can do with the last little bit of straw pellets, so and probably some of you are going to ask, how do you use straw pellets for animal bedding? And that's going to vary enclosure to enclosure, because you're going to have to find where the tip trigger is, if there is one. I don't know, I've not really looked yet at how that works, but just to show you, at the moment the cows have no food. Just put that on the screen again. I know I am going so fast, I am sorry. I need to get this video finished, edited and rendered as quickly as I can. So yeah, we're just going to drive in here, crash into the headlocks and tip, and there we go. They now have some food from straw pellets. So that has been a very, very quick run through how MaizePlus and Straw Harvest work together. Some other bits you might notice: if you have Straw Harvest enabled, then Molasses has a different price. I think it's significantly cheaper. If you had somewhere where you could buy or sell it. If you're buying in the shop, the prices will be the same. I haven't tested that. The molasses that comes with Straw Harvest is the same as the MaizePlus molasses fill type. I do not know if their pallet will allow you to fill off of. Ours has been tweaked so that you can. Can we put molasses in here? We can. So we'll just have a quick look and see if it's going to work. Yep. So we can put in some molasses from Straw Harvest. So if you want to buy molasses cheaper, you can buy Straw Harvest molasses. It's the same thing. So yeah, you can see ours is £1,100 for 1,000 litres, and theirs is, oh no, actually theirs is more expensive to buy in the store. So maybe I've got that the wrong way around. But you can use the Straw Harvest molasses, and that probably means you can use MaizePlus molasses in the Straw Harvest implements. And there are things like Just Add Adam's molasses tank mod. So just be aware the price will change. I haven't got all of my notes up just to explain why I'm so flustered. If you're still watching, it's been a hectic day, and as I said, trying to get this done really quickly. So I had to re-roof my shed this morning and a few other things, and it's what kind of got me all thrown. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you've enjoyed the video, click the like button. As I say, if you've got questions, stick them below. I've had to do this pretty quickly, obviously, to get it out as quickly as I can. And yeah, I may do a follow-up video if people would like it.